Hey guys, TJ Hernandez here, and I'm the founder of RosterCoach.com, a classroom-style video-based site that's designed to help you improve your daily fantasy sports game. To give you an idea of what RosterCoach has to offer, here's a preview of the second lesson in our latest course, How to Be Profitable Playing PGA DFS. If you enjoy what you see, please like and share the video, and don't forget to leave a comment below.
And welcome back to the second part of the How to Play PGA Daily Fantasy series here. I'm Davis Maddock. Again, you can find me on Twitter at Davis Maddock. The second part of the series, we're going to look a little bit deeper into some of the key statistics that will help drive your research. Obviously, every course on the PGA Tour and on the European Tour is going to be a little bit different. Some of them are very long. Most of the golf courses that are going to come into play for us on DraftKings are going to be between, let's say, 6,900 yards to 7,600 yards. There are a couple courses that play shorter. There are a couple courses that play longer. Some of them have a lot of water hazards. Some of them are fairly wide open. Some of the fairways are lined by trees. Some of them have a lot of bunkers. So all these different courses are going to prioritize different stats. But the most important stat that you're going to learn or talk about or look at when we're analyzing for daily fantasy golf is this statistic right here, strokes gained tee to green. And the idea behind that, and this is something that is very well backed up by advanced analytics in golf, is that strokes gained putting and just putting in general is very noisy. It's a very precise activity and it can change a lot from week to week. So someone who's maybe not necessarily the best total golfer could just get really hot one week putting, and that could carry them to a top five. Whereas these guys who are at the top of the strokes gained tee to green leaderboard are just overall, they're really, really good golfers. That's really the only way to say it. These are the guys who are constantly giving themselves birdie looks. These are going to be the guys who are making cuts, who are getting wins. And we see here at the top, Dustin Johnson is top through 22 measured rounds in strokes gained tee to green. He was first last week. He's first this week. It's not a coincidence that DJ is having the best season of his career and also leads the tour in top tens throughout this short season. But obviously everyone knows Dustin Johnson is good. That's not necessarily a helpful research tool. What looking at strokes gained tee to green can help you do is recognize someone like Kyle Stanley, recognize someone like Kevin Kisner. Lucas Glover is actually a really interesting example here. We can see that he is 13th in strokes gained tee to green, but when we look at this other statistic over here, which is strokes gained around the green, we can see that he's much, much lower, and a little bit later we're going to look at strokes gained putting, and he's going to be one of the worst putters on tour. However, players like Lucas Glover and other guys like him that give themselves a lot of birdie looks, even if they're not necessarily good putters, are often really viable tournament targets because it just takes them getting hot one time. That's really all that they need in order to have a good tournament, and they can still make cuts while not putting particularly well. So strokes gained tee to green, and I should mention that the results that I'm looking at right now are through March 5th in 2017. It's generally helpful to look at more of a long-term view, so look at prior season statistics, and we also have a lot of handy trends. So this is the strokes gained spreadsheet. We're looking at strokes gained off the tee, and it gives those numbers for this season and last season, and this is where that player ranks in overall. So we look at a guy like Aaron Baddeley. He is a pretty terrible guy off the tee. He was 161st on tour in strokes gained off the tee in 2016. But if we look at his putting, we see that he was 8th, and that's why he's able to stay on the tour, and that looks like a skill that he pretty much always has, because he's also very good around the green. So that definitely is in reference to what we were talking about. So strokes gained tee to green, that's just generally going to be the most important statistic. And I should mention that if you just go to pgatour.com/stats, all this information is free.